Hello there and welcome to the Sleepy Midnight Theory, Crescent Moon. Tonight we're diving into the calm, mysterious world of fungi with relaxing mushroom facts to help you fall asleep and maybe wake up stronger and richer in spirit. So before you scroll away, stop, take a breath, let the forest whisper. Don't forget to subscribe for more soothing science. The earth beneath our feet is a world of movement, mystery, and change, full of hidden forces shaping the land and influencing life above. At the core of the planet, the molten iron and nickel generate a magnetic field that stretches across the surface, guiding everything from compasses to animal migrations. This deep interior heat powers the movement of tectonic plates, the enormous slabs of rock that drift over the Earth's surface, causing earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and the slow but constant reshaping of continents. These tectonic movements give rise to mountain ranges, ocean trenches, and the formation of new land, constantly renewing the Earth's surface. The whisper beneath our feet comes from the seismic vibrations caused by these movements, which can be detected by seismographs, tools that reveal the language of the Earth's inner workings. As plates collide, slide past each other, or pull apart, they create fault lines and boundaries that are often the sites of earthquakes, shaping landscapes over time. Beneath the continents, the Earth's crust is divided into various layers: the rigid outer shell, the softer mantle, and the fluid outer core. The interaction between these layers and their influence on surface conditions is key to understanding the planet's dynamic nature. The idea of plate tectonics is only a recent discovery in geological history, revolutionizing our understanding of Earth's history and its ever-changing state. Beneath the surface, there's also the slow, persistent movement of magma and geothermal energy, which manifests in geysers, hot springs, and volcanic activity. These natural processes not only shape the geography but also affect the climate, as volcanic eruptions release gases and particles into the atmosphere, influencing weather patterns and temperatures. The Earth's surface also contains vast underground reservoirs of water, stored in aquifers, caves, and underground rivers, which sustain ecosystems and human populations alike. Water flows beneath us silently, through porous rocks and deep underground channels, and it shapes the landscape in ways we rarely see. Subterranean ecosystems, which host unique species of life, are a testament to how life has adapted to the darkness and pressure of the deep earth. The whisper beneath our feet also carries with it the sound of human history, as cities, roads, and tunnels cut into the Earth's crust, altering its natural state. Mining, drilling, and construction have left marks on the landscape, while the extraction of resources like oil and natural gas has led to debates about sustainability, environmental impact, and the long-term health of the planet. These activities, along with natural events like earthquakes and landslides, serve as a reminder that the Earth is alive, always moving, always evolving. Beneath our feet, we are connected to a network of forces and materials that shape not only our environment but also our future. The study of the Earth's internal movements, known as geology, has unlocked the secrets of past civilizations, revealing ancient landscapes and resources buried deep underground. Over time, the whisper beneath our feet has evolved from the murmur of ancient geological forces into a symphony of scientific discovery. As scientists learn more about how the Earth works and how to predict, harness, and protect it, the challenge of understanding and living with this ever-changing, dynamic planet remains a central theme in both environmental science and human history, as we seek to balance progress with preservation and exploration with conservation. And as the planet continues to change, it is clear that the whisper beneath our feet will always be there, quietly guiding the future of life on Earth. The mycelium network, often referred to as the Wood Wide Web, is an underground system of fungal threads that plays a crucial role in the health and connectivity of ecosystems. Mycelium is the vegetative part of fungi, composed of a vast network of hyphae that spread beneath the soil, connecting plants, trees, and other organisms in intricate webs. These threads can extend for miles, sometimes linking entire forests and allowing for a flow of nutrients, water, and chemical signals between various species. Mycelium's role as a decomposer is vital, breaking down organic matter and recycling nutrients back into the soil, supporting plant growth and maintaining ecosystem balance. The exchange between mycelium and plants is symbiotic, with mycelium providing essential nutrients like phosphorus, nitrogen, and minerals to plants in exchange for sugars produced through photosynthesis. This mutualistic relationship forms the foundation of a healthy forest ecosystem, facilitating the flow of resources and promoting biodiversity. Beyond its role in nutrient cycling, mycelium also serves as a communication network, transmitting electrical signals between plants, allowing them to warn one another of threats such as pest attacks or environmental stressors. Recent studies suggest that mycelium may even influence plant behavior, helping them adapt to changing conditions by signaling to other plants or storing information about environmental factors. Mycelium's incredible network extends into the world of forests, where it connects tree roots, creating a collaborative environment that fosters community support. Trees share resources through these fungal highways, even supporting weaker or younger trees with additional nutrients, enabling forest ecosystems to thrive. The mycelial network also provides critical resistance against pathogens, as the fungal threads can effectively block the entry of harmful bacteria and fungi into plant roots. Scientists have long been fascinated by mycelium's intelligence, as its structure mimics the complexity of neural networks, hinting at the potential for fungal-based computing systems and artificial intelligence. This decentralized communication system within the mycelium network may also offer insight into how other organisms, including humans, could create more efficient, collaborative networks in our technological infrastructures. Beyond its ecological importance, mycelium has various practical applications in biotechnology, medicine, and environmental restoration. Certain species of fungi have been found to have powerful antibiotic properties, capable of fighting bacteria, fungi, and viruses, with penicillin being the most famous example. Mycelium is also being explored as a sustainable material for construction, packaging, and even fashion, replacing plastics with biodegradable fungal-based alternatives. In the field of bioremediation, mycelium has shown promise in breaking down toxic chemicals and pollutants, including oil spills and heavy metals, making it a powerful tool for environmental cleanup. Researchers are investigating how mycelium can be harnessed to restore damaged ecosystems, particularly in areas affected by deforestation, soil degradation, and climate change. The growing interest in mycelium-based technologies also highlights the importance of this organism as a model for sustainable innovation, showing us how nature's networks can inspire future solutions to environmental and societal challenges. Mycelium's role as a communication system, nutrient exchange hub, and agent of environmental regeneration positions it as a cornerstone in the ecological future of the planet. The deeper we understand mycelium, the more we realize how vital it is to the health of the Earth and how it offers insights into the interconnectedness of all life forms. The study of the mycelium network opens new avenues for ecological restoration, sustainable agriculture, and alternative materials, and it encourages a deeper appreciation for the hidden, often overlooked life forms that sustain the natural world. By understanding and protecting the mycelial networks, we can not only improve the health of ecosystems, but also pave the way for a more sustainable, harmonious relationship between humanity and the planet. The largest living organism on Earth is not a towering tree or a massive whale, but rather a humble fungus, specifically Armillaria osteae, a type of honey fungus. Found in the Malheur National Forest in Oregon, USA, this organism spans an astonishing 2,385 acres, making it not only the largest living organism by area, but also one of the oldest living beings, estimated to be thousands of years old. This fungal giant lies hidden beneath the soil, spreading its mycelium network throughout the forest. Mycelium, the root-like structure of fungi, grows in the soil and decays organic matter, allowing the fungus to spread over vast areas. This organism has often been called the humongous fungus due to its immense size, which is only visible through its fruiting bodies, small mushrooms that emerge sporadically above ground, appearing as a fleeting part of the much larger underground organism. The scale of Armillaria osti is mind-boggling, as it stretches over miles of forest floor, and its extensive underground network can be seen as a metaphor for how much of life's complexity exists beneath our feet, out of sight. The story of this organism begins in the soil, where its mycelium can spread for miles in search of organic material to decompose. As a saprophytic fungus, Armillaria feeds on dead or decaying plant material, but it can also parasitize living trees, killing them in the process. It attacks trees by growing into their roots and using enzymes to break down their tissues, feeding off the nutrients released. This parasitic behavior allows the fungus to grow rapidly, but its expansion isn't just destructive. It's a part of the natural cycle of life and decay in forest ecosystems. The fungus's size is not measured by the height or breadth of a singular structure, but by its entire interconnected mycelial mass, which can live and grow underground for millennia, often outlasting its visible fruiting bodies. The life cycle of Armillaria is fascinating, involving not only the spread of mycelium, but also the periodic emergence of mushrooms that act as reproductive structures, releasing spores into the air to propagate the species. Though much of the organism's life remains hidden underground, the visible mushrooms provide important clues about its size and health, and their appearance is often a signal of its extensive growth beneath the surface. This connection to the larger ecosystem is crucial, as mycelium plays an important role in nutrient cycling and soil health, even as Armillaria continues to decompose and recycle dead organic matter. The ecological impact of Armillaria osti stretches beyond its role in decomposition, as it affects forest structure and biodiversity. By killing trees, it opens up space for other plants and fungi to thrive, supporting a dynamic and constantly changing ecosystem. However, when the organism becomes too expansive, it can outcompete other life forms, making it an example of the delicate balance between life and decay in the natural world. The size and age of this organism also challenge our traditional ideas of what it means to be alive. While animals and plants are often considered the most complex living organisms, fungi like Armillaria reveal a different form of life, one that operates through networks of cells communicating and working together to survive and reproduce. This decentralized form of life offers new insights into biology, suggesting that size and complexity don't always follow the same patterns we are familiar with. The significance of Armillaria osti has fascinated scientists and ecologists, leading to studies on the relationships between fungi, plants, and the environment. One of the most compelling aspects of this organism is how it shows the interconnectedness of life, demonstrating that even the largest living thing can be an invisible, underground network of interaction. The study of mycology, the study of fungi, has highlighted the importance of these organisms in ecosystems around the world. While Armillaria is an example of a parasitic fungus, other types of fungi have positive roles, such as forming symbiotic relationships with plants through mycorrhizal networks, exchanging nutrients and helping plants grow. Armillaria osti is also a reminder of the resilience of life, as it endures through environmental changes, relying on its vast, interconnected mycelium to survive disturbances like wildfires, floods, and shifts in climate. Beyond the fascinating biology of this living giant, Armillaria also raises questions about longevity. How can an organism grow to such vast proportions and survive for thousands of years? The answer lies in its ability to regenerate and spread through new areas. It can clone itself by sending out new mycelial growths, essentially creating new colonies that are genetically identical to the original fungus. This regenerative process allows the organism to continue growing even after individual parts of it die off. The combination of genetic adaptability, underground growth, and slow, steady expansion helps explain its immense size and age. The discovery of such an enormous living organism challenges our understanding of life, size, and longevity, offering new ways to think about biology and life on Earth. The story of Armillaria ostei is just one of many examples of the mysterious and hidden giants of the natural world, highlighting the importance of looking beyond what is immediately visible to see the full scope of life on Earth. In a time when humans are increasingly aware of their impact on the environment, understanding the role of such organisms in maintaining healthy ecosystems and supporting biodiversity is more important than ever. As we continue to explore and study the fungal kingdom, we may uncover more surprises, with even larger and more ancient organisms waiting to be discovered. These hidden giants not only challenge our scientific knowledge, but also inspire a deeper appreciation for the complexity and wonder of the natural world, reminding us that the largest living organism on Earth isn't always the one we can see. Ancient life forms represent the origins of life as we know it, offering a window into Earth's distant past and the evolutionary processes that shaped life over billions of years. The earliest known life forms appeared approximately 3.5 billion years ago, emerging in Earth's primordial oceans, where microbial life flourished in the absence of oxygen. These early organisms were single-celled and microscopic, with some of the first life forms being cyanobacteria, also known as blue-green algae. Cyanobacteria played a critical role in shaping Earth's atmosphere, as they carried out photosynthesis, a process that produced oxygen and began to gradually alter the composition of the atmosphere in what is known as the Great Oxygenation Event around 2.4 billion years ago. This influx of oxygen allowed for the development of more complex life forms, including eukaryotes, organisms with complex cells that contain a nucleus. The earliest eukaryotes were simple, unicellular organisms, but they laid the groundwork for multicellular life, which would later lead to the vast diversity of plant, animal, and fungal life. Fossil records from the Precambrian period, which spans from Earth's formation to about 541 million years ago, show evidence of these early life forms, including stromatolites, layered structures created by the growth of microbial communities. These ancient formations, found in places like Western Australia, serve as a testament to the power and persistence of microbial life. As time passed, more complex organisms evolved, leading to the Cambrian explosion around 541 million years ago, a dramatic period in evolutionary history where most major animal phyla appeared in the fossil record within a relatively short time. This explosion of diversity marked the advent of creatures like trilobites, early arthropods, and the first vertebrates. The evolution of hard body parts, such as shells and exoskeletons, allowed many of these organisms to leave fossilized remains, providing crucial insights into their form and function. While these ancient creatures flourished, other life forms were evolving beneath the surface or in more subtle ways. In the oceans, jellyfish, corals, and sponges existed long before more complex animals, contributing to early ecosystems that were vastly different from the ones we see today. The Devonian period, often called the Age of Fish, was another critical chapter in ancient life. During this period, around 419 to 359 million years ago, the first true vertebrates emerged, including armored fish like placoderms and the first jawed fishes. These organisms paved the way for the eventual colonization of land. Meanwhile, the first land plants began to evolve during the Silurian period, around 430 million years ago, with simple vascular plants that could transport water and nutrients throughout their structures. The earliest land plants were small, moss-like organisms, but over millions of years, they evolved into large forests, fundamentally changing the Earth's atmosphere and surface. As the Carboniferous period arrived, the planet was covered by vast swamps and forests that produced enormous amounts of oxygen and led to the development of a unique diversity of life, including large arthropods, amphibians, and early reptiles. The fossils of giant dragonflies and millipedes from this period reveal a world dominated by incredible proportions, where life was more massive and vibrant due to the higher oxygen content in the atmosphere. As the Paleozoic era came to a close, it was marked by one of the largest mass extinctions in Earth's history, the Permian-Triassic extinction event, which wiped out nearly 90% of life on the planet. However, this cataclysmic event also paved the way for the rise of the dinosaurs, which would dominate the Mesozoic era for over 180 million years. The Jurassic period, part of the Mesozoic, saw the height of dinosaur evolution, with iconic creatures like Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, and the long-necked sauropods roaming Earth. At the same time, the first birds evolved from small theropod dinosaurs, marking the origin of modern avian species. The fossil record from the Mesozoic era is rich with traces of these ancient creatures, from fossilized footprints to preserved bone structures. Dinosaurs thrived in diverse ecosystems, and their legacy continues today in the form of modern birds. However, another mass extinction, the Cretaceous-Paleogene (KPG) event around 66 million years ago, marked the end of the dinosaurs, clearing the way for mammals to evolve and diversify in the Cenozoic era. During the Paleogene period, mammals began to fill ecological niches left by the dinosaurs, with early mammals resembling small rodents, eventually evolving into the wide variety of species that dominate Earth today. Ancient mammals such as mammoths, and Megatherium, giant sloths, once roamed the Earth during the Pleistocene epoch. These massive creatures coexisted with early humans and are known from fossil remains and cave paintings, offering a glimpse into the biodiversity that once flourished in ancient ecosystems. The Ice Age, with its extreme cold and shifting landscapes, shaped the evolution of these ancient mammals, influencing the development of large body sizes, thick fur, and other adaptations to the harsh environment. The extinction of many of these species, such as mammoths and saber-toothed cats, around 10,000 years ago, marks the end of an era, but also serves as a reminder of the fragility of life in the face of climate change and human expansion. Ancient life forms, whether in the form of microorganisms, plants, or animals, have shaped the world in ways that continue to affect us today. Through the study of fossils, paleontologists and biologists are piecing together the story of life on Earth, revealing how ancient organisms adapted to their environments, how ecosystems evolved, and how mass extinctions reshaped the planet's biodiversity. As we explore the lives of these ancient creatures, we gain a deeper understanding of the processes that led to the diversity of life on Earth, from microbial life to the vast megafauna that once roamed the plains. Ancient life forms remind us that the planet is ever-changing, and that life has always found a way to adapt, survive, and evolve in the face of immense challenges. By studying these ancient beings, we can learn more about our own evolution and the future of life on Earth, while also recognizing the importance of protecting the biodiversity that remains. Whether through the fossilized remnants of ancient plants and animals, or through the microscopic life that has existed for billions of years, the story of ancient life continues to offer profound insights into the interconnectedness of all living things. The cycle of life is a fundamental and unbroken process that governs the existence of all living organisms, shaping ecosystems and maintaining the balance of nature. From birth to death, the life cycle is a journey marked by transformation, growth, reproduction, and eventual decay, playing a crucial role in the continuous renewal of life on Earth. It begins with birth or germination, where the seeds of life are planted, whether through the fertilization of an egg in animals, the the sprouting of a seed in plants, or the budding of a single-celled organism like bacteria. For animals, this phase often involves complex processes such as gestation or metamorphosis, with offspring emerging from their mothers or hatching from eggs to face the world for the first time. Plants, on the other hand, emerge from seeds or spores, relying on sunlight, water, and nutrients to fuel their growth. This initial stage of life is delicate and requires a series of environmental conditions to ensure survival, such as protection from predators, availability of food, and suitable habitats. As organisms grow, they enter a phase of development where they mature physically and biologically. In animals, this growth is often marked by stages of childhood, adolescence, and adulthood, with individuals learning vital skills for survival and reproduction. Plants, too, undergo growth through the development of roots, stems, leaves, and flowers, creating the structures necessary for reproduction and survival. Growth is not a linear process, but rather a dynamic and ongoing one, influenced by external factors such as food availability, environmental stress, and genetic predispositions. In humans and many animals, this phase is also marked by socialization, where individuals learn from their environment and interactions with others. This learning process helps to ensure survival by acquiring knowledge about food sources, shelter, and the dangers of the natural world. For plants, growth involves the absorption of nutrients from the soil and the air, with roots extending downward while stems and branches stretch upward toward the sun. In both plants and animals, growth is a means of reaching reproductive maturity, where organisms are capable of creating new life to perpetuate the species. Reproduction is the pivotal moment in the cycle of life, ensuring that the genetic material of a species is passed on to future generations. In sexual reproduction, this involves the union of male and female gametes, sperm and egg, resulting in fertilization and the creation of new life. Asexual reproduction, seen in many plants and simpler organisms, involves a single parent organism creating offspring that are genetically identical. Reproduction can take many forms. Plants may release pollen to fertilize other plants. Animals engage in courtship rituals and mating, while microorganisms may divide or exchange genetic material. In the plant kingdom, flowers bloom, pollination occurs, and seeds are dispersed to begin the cycle anew. In animals, offspring are born, and the cycle of care, growth, and eventual independence begins again. Once the reproductive cycle is complete, the organism enters its adult phase, where it contributes to the larger ecosystem. For animals, adulthood is a time for territory establishment, finding mates, and raising offspring, while plants may focus on producing seeds, fruits, and flowers. Adults play a key role in sustaining the cycle of life by interacting with their environment, contributing nutrients back into the soil, maintaining ecological balance, and perpetuating their own lineage. However, life is not eternal, and all organisms eventually face the inevitable stage of death. Death is a critical component of the cycle of life, acting as the natural end point of an individual's existence. While it may seem final, death is an essential part of the ecological system, making room for new life and contributing to the continuation of the cycle. The decomposition process that follows death allows organic matter to break down and return valuable nutrients back into the ecosystem. Decomposers such as fungi, bacteria, and scavengers are essential in this process, breaking down dead bodies and recycling nutrients that nourish the soil, plants, and new generations of life. This process of death and decay is not a sign of failure or loss, but a necessary part of life's continuity, as it sustains the very systems that support life. In nature, the death of one organism often serves as a food source for others, providing sustenance to countless life forms that rely on it. From the smallest insect to the largest predator, death feeds the web of life, allowing the cycle to continue. Throughout the cycle of life, birth, growth, reproduction, and death are all interconnected, each stage dependent on the next, ensuring the ongoing renewal of life on Earth. The cycle varies slightly from species to species, but the overarching pattern of transformation and succession remains consistent across all forms of life. Additionally, the cycle of life is not limited to individual organisms, but extends to ecosystems themselves, which are in a constant state of flux, influenced by natural cycles such as seasons, climate patterns, and environmental disturbances. These larger cycles shape the development and health of the organisms within them, and in turn, are shaped by the activities of those organisms. The way plants photosynthesize, animals pollinate, and fungi decompose ensures the perpetuation of life on a grand scale. The cycle of life is also a reflection of the interconnectedness of all living beings, emphasizing that no organism exists in isolation. Each life form, from microscopic bacteria to towering trees, plays a part in the larger narrative of life, creating a web of relationships that spans generations and species. The intricate balance of these cycles is delicate, and disruptions to any part of the system, whether through natural events like wildfires or through human intervention, can have profound effects on the health of ecosystems and the survival of species. The cycle of life is both a biological process and a philosophical concept, offering profound insights into the impermanence of life and the interconnectedness of all things. By understanding and respecting the cycle of life, humans can better appreciate their place in the natural world and their role in maintaining the delicate balance that sustains all living systems. As we reflect on our own place in this cycle, we are reminded that life is not a singular event but a continual process, one that is marked by change, adaptation, and renewal. Whether through the blooming of flowers in spring or the cycle of tides on the shore, life's rhythms echo across the planet, weaving a pattern of existence that transcends time and connects us all. The forest is more than just a collection of trees and plants. It is a living, breathing ecosystem teeming with hidden healers that work tirelessly to sustain and restore balance to the environment. Beneath the towering canopies and among the underbrush, an invisible world of medicinal plants, fungi, and microorganisms quietly performs vital functions, often going unnoticed by the casual observer. These forest healers have evolved over millions of years, developing complex systems that not only aid in their own survival, but also provide remedies for countless ailments that afflict other living creatures, including humans. One of the most essential and well-known healers in the forest is the wide variety of medicinal plants that thrive in the understory, where sunlight is scarce and the soil is rich with organic matter. Many of these plants have developed potent chemicals to protect themselves from predators, pathogens, and competition. What we now call medicinal compounds, whether alkaloids, terpenoids, or flavonoids, are in many ways the plant's natural defense mechanisms. These same compounds, however, have been harnessed by humans for thousands of years in the treatment of ailments, from pain relief to immune system support. The willow tree, for example, produces salicylic acid in its bark, a compound that, when extracted, became the basis for modern aspirin. Similarly, the ancient practice of using ginseng, which grows abundantly in Asian forests, traces back thousands of years as a remedy for fatigue, stress, and various chronic conditions. In more temperate forests, plants like echinacea and golden seal are prized for their antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. Bioluminescence, the ability of living organisms to produce and emit light, is one of nature's most extraordinary phenomena. Found across a diverse array of species, from microscopic plankton to deep-sea fish, fungi, and fireflies, bioluminescence has captivated scientists and dreamers alike for centuries. This glowing light, often seen in dark, mysterious environments, has inspired wonder, legends, and scientific curiosity. At its core, Bioluminescence is the result of a chemical reaction that occurs inside living cells. The reaction involves a light-emitting molecule called luciferin and an enzyme called luciferase, which together produce light when oxygen is introduced. This fascinating process can occur in a range of colors, from the soft green and blue of deep-sea creatures to the warm golden glow of fireflies, each serving different purposes in the animal kingdom. One of the most famous and beloved bioluminescent organisms is the firefly, or lightning bug, found in temperate and tropical regions across the world. These tiny insects are known for their captivating light displays, often seen during warm summer evenings. The light they produce is used primarily for communication, especially during mating season. Male fireflies fly around emitting specific light patterns, which females respond to with their own glowing signals, allowing them to locate suitable mates. The intensity and pattern of light can vary between species, with some fireflies even being able to synchronize their flashing in large groups, creating mesmerizing light shows. This natural phenomenon, called synchronous flashing, has fascinated researchers and inspired artists for generations. However, the story of bioluminescence is not limited to fireflies. In the dark depths of the ocean, where sunlight never reaches, bioluminescence takes on a whole new level of importance. Many deep-sea creatures, from jellyfish and squids to anglerfish and lanternfish, rely on bioluminescence to survive. These organisms use their glowing abilities for a variety of reasons, including camouflage, predation, and mating. For example, the anglerfish, with its glowing lure on the end of a long filament that extends from its head, uses its bioluminescence to attract prey in the pitch-black waters of the deep ocean. The light emitted by the anglerfish's lure is a bait for smaller fish, which are drawn toward it and become easy prey. Similarly, some species of squid and octopus produce bioluminescent clouds, creating a glowing smokescreen to confuse predators or escape from danger. In the case of the lanternfish, one of the most abundant fish species in the ocean, bioluminescence helps with camouflage. Lanternfish have light-producing organs called photophores on their bodies, which they use to blend in with the faint light from above, making it harder for predators below to spot them. In this environment, bioluminescence is not just a novelty, but an essential adaptation to the harsh, lightless conditions of the deep sea. Yet bioluminescence is not confined to the animal kingdom. Some species of fungi also have the ability to glow in the dark, a phenomenon known as foxfire or fairy fire. Fungi like Armillaria and Mycena produce a soft, eerie glow that can be seen in forests, caves, or damp environments. Though scientists have yet to fully understand why these fungi glow, it is believed that their bioluminescence may help attract insects that assist in spore dispersal. The glowing mushrooms of the forest floor have inspired numerous myths and stories, often associated with fairies, spirits, and other mystical beings. Bioluminescence also plays a crucial role in the microbial world, where it is commonly seen in marine microorganisms, such as dinoflagellates, which are responsible for the phenomenon known as marine bioluminescence or sea sparkle. These tiny organisms emit a brief, intense flash of blue light when disturbed by movement, creating shimmering trails in the water. This glowing display is often seen in warm coastal waters at night, creating magical scenes on beaches or in the ocean. The light produced by these microorganisms is a defense mechanism, confusing and deterring predators such as fish or other marine creatures. Marine bioluminescence has become a popular attraction for travelers and scientists alike, who venture into the waters of places like the bioluminescent bays in Puerto Rico or the Maldives to witness the natural spectacle firsthand. Bioluminescence has also been discovered in some land-based organisms, such as certain species of bacteria and beetles. One of the most fascinating examples is the railroad worms, a species of beetle larvae found in Central and South America. These glowing creatures have bioluminescent spots on their bodies and use their light to attract prey, as well as communicate with other members of their species. In contrast, the luminous bacteria found in certain animals, such as the Hawaiian bobtail squid, are an example of symbiosis between organisms. The squid has a special organ, called a light organ, that is colonized by bioluminescent bacteria, which emit light when activated by the squid. This partnership provides the squid with the ability to camouflage itself against predators in the dark waters, using the light to match the surrounding environment. Beyond the natural world, bioluminescence has long intrigued scientists, engineers, and medical researchers who have found many practical applications for this remarkable phenomenon. For example, researchers have harnessed bioluminescence in medical diagnostics, using glowing proteins to track and measure biological processes in real time. In biotechnology, bioluminescent markers are often used to study gene expression, cell activity, and the effects of drugs on human cells. These glowing markers offer a non-invasive way of studying cellular behavior, providing valuable insights into the workings of the body. Similarly, bioluminescent technologies have been developed for environmental monitoring, such as using bioluminescent bacteria to detect pollutants in water or soil. The light emitted by these bacteria changes in response to toxins, offering a natural and efficient method for assessing environmental health. The application of bioluminescence is also evident in the growing field of bioluminescent lighting. Researchers have been exploring the possibility of using bioluminescent organisms, such as glowing algae or bacteria, as an alternative to conventional artificial lighting. While still in its infancy, bioluminescent lighting could one day provide a more sustainable, eco-friendly way to light our homes, streets, and cities, reducing our reliance on electricity. As awe-inspiring as it is, bioluminescence remains a mystery in many ways. Scientists are still uncovering the full range of its functions and potential applications. Some of the questions that remain are why certain organisms produce light and what evolutionary advantages this glowing ability provides. Is it for communication, defense, or attracting mates? Or is it simply a side effect of some other biochemical process? The truth is, we have only begun to scratch the surface in understanding the vast array of purposes bioluminescence serves in nature. However, one thing is clear. Bioluminescence is a wondrous, enchanting phenomenon that connects the vast diversity of life on Earth, from the deepest ocean trenches to the tallest trees in the forest. Its beauty and mystery continue to inspire both scientific discovery and artistic expression. As we learn more about these luminous wonders, we are reminded of the incredible creativity and adaptability of life, and how nature, in its infinite wisdom, has developed an elegant solution to light up the darkest corners of the world. Fungi are some of the most fascinating, diverse, and essential organisms on the planet. Despite often being overshadowed by plants and animals, fungi play a crucial role in nearly every ecosystem, from forests and grasslands to deserts and oceans. Their importance stretches beyond the ecological to the medicinal, the culinary, and even the cultural. With their unique biological characteristics and vital contributions to life on Earth, fungi deserve a closer look. Often, when people think of fungi, the first image that comes to mind is a mushroom, the fruiting body of certain fungi that springs up above ground. However, this is just one small part of a much larger, more complex organism. The majority of the fungus exists underground or within decaying material, often as a network of microscopic filaments called mycelium. This vast, branching network of cells spreads through soil, wood, and other organic material, and is responsible for much of the fungi's life processes. It's this hidden underground network that allows fungi to break down organic matter, recycle nutrients, and form symbiotic relationships with plants and other organisms. One of the most essential roles of fungi in ecosystems is their function as decomposers. They break down dead plant and animal matter, turning it into vital nutrients that are returned to the soil. Without fungi, organic material would accumulate and nutrients would be locked away, preventing new growth. This process of decomposition is critical for maintaining the health and fertility of ecosystems, allowing the cycle of life to continue. However, fungi are not only decomposers, they are also symbionts, forming mutually beneficial partnerships with plants, animals, and even other fungi. A prime example of this is the relationship between mycorrhizal fungi and plants. Mycorrhizae are fungi that form a symbiotic bond with the roots of plants, helping them absorb water and nutrients, especially nitrogen and phosphorus, which are often in limited supply. In return, the plant provides the fungus with sugars produced through photosynthesis. This partnership is so vital that approximately 90% of plant species depend on mycorrhizal fungi to thrive. In forests, the mycelial networks of fungi can extend for miles, connecting entire ecosystems and facilitating nutrient exchange between plants, trees, and other organisms. This interconnectedness has been called the Wood Wide Web, a vast and intricate communication system that allows trees to share resources, warn each other of threats, and maintain the health of the forest as a whole. Beyond their ecological importance, fungi have been utilized by humans for thousands of years for their medicinal properties. The earliest recorded use of fungi in medicine dates back to ancient China, where medicinal mushrooms like Ganoderma lucidum, Reishi, were revered for their healing powers. In modern times, medicinal fungi continue to be studied for their potential in treating a variety of ailments, from cancer and cardiovascular disease to anxiety and depression. One of the most famous examples is penicillium, a genus of fungi that led to the discovery of the first antibiotic, penicillin. This groundbreaking discovery in the 1920s revolutionized medicine, saving millions of lives by making bacterial infections treatable. Since then, the study of fungi has yielded numerous other life-saving drugs, including immunosuppressants like cyclosporin and antifungal medications. But fungi's medicinal potential is not limited to antibiotics. Compounds found in mushrooms such as psilocybin are now being explored for their potential to treat mental health disorders, including depression, anxiety, and PTSD. Research into these compounds has sparked a resurgence of interest in the therapeutic potential of psychedelics, leading to a new wave of studies and clinical trials. In addition to their medicinal applications, fungi are an important food source for humans. Mushrooms such as shiitake, maitake, and portobello are widely consumed for their rich flavor and nutritional value. They are a good source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, and have been shown to support immune health, reduce inflammation, and promote gut health. In many parts of the world, wild mushrooms are foraged from forests and fields, contributing to local diets and economies. Fungi are also used in the production of fermented foods and beverages. Yeasts, a type of fungus, are responsible for the fermentation of bread, beer, wine, and other products. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, the baker's yeast, is one of the most widely used fungi in food production. In addition to its role in baking, yeast fermentation is key in the production of alcoholic beverages, where it converts sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide, creating beer, wine, and spirits. Fungi are also critical to the production of cheese and soy products like tempeh and miso. In the culinary world, fungi offer a depth of flavor and texture that can't be matched by many other ingredients. But fungi aren't always benign and helpful. Some fungi are pathogenic, capable of causing disease in plants, animals, and humans. In agriculture, fungal infections such as rust, mildew, and blight can devastate crops, leading to economic losses and food shortages. In humans, fungal infections like Candida, which causes yeast infections, or Aspergillus can affect the lungs, immune system, and other organs, especially in individuals with compromised immune systems. Fungal diseases are a growing concern in the medical field, particularly with the rise of antibiotic resistance and the increasing use of immunosuppressive therapies. Some fungi, like Claviceps purpurea, produce toxic compounds known as alkaloids, which can contaminate crops like rye and cause severe poisoning. The most infamous of these is ergot, a hallucinogenic substance that has been linked to historical incidents of mass poisoning, such as the Salem witch trials. Despite their potential for harm, Fungi are essential to human existence. They help break down organic matter, nourish ecosystems, support human health, and even feed us. Their ability to thrive in diverse environments, from the soil of forests to the human body, makes them incredibly versatile and resilient. But fungi's diversity goes beyond their ecological and practical roles. Fungi have also played a significant role in human culture, art, and folklore. In many cultures, fungi have been associated with the mystical, the otherworldly, and the supernatural. For instance, mushrooms have long been linked to the idea of portals to other dimensions or realms. In European folklore, the image of the fairy ring, a circle of mushrooms in a forest, is believed to mark a place where fairies or spirits have danced. Similarly, in many indigenous cultures, certain mushrooms are considered sacred, used in religious ceremonies or for spiritual journeys. The concept of magic mushrooms, or psychoactive fungi, is not new. Ancient civilizations such as the Aztecs and the Maya used mushrooms for divination, healing, and connecting with the divine. The presence of fungi in myths and stories speaks to the complex relationship humans have with these organisms. In modern times, fungi continue to inspire artists, writers, and filmmakers, often symbolizing the mysterious, the hidden, or the transformative. The aesthetic beauty of mushrooms, their variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, has been a source of artistic expression for centuries. Fungi even hold a place in literature and cinema, from the enchanted mushroom forests of fantasy novels to the eerie mycelial networks depicted in science fiction films. Fungi are also a subject of scientific fascination. Mycology, the study of fungi, is an interdisciplinary field that intersects with ecology, medicine, agriculture, and even climate science. Scientists are studying fungi's role in carbon sequestration, as certain species of fungi can help mitigate climate change by breaking down dead organic material and storing carbon in the soil. Additionally, fungi are being explored for their potential to replace plastic, create sustainable biofuels, and even heal damaged ecosystems through a process known as mycormediation, where fungi break down toxic pollutants. Despite their small size, fungi have a disproportionately large impact on the world around them. The more we study fungi, the more we discover about their remarkable diversity, resilience, and essential roles in the world. From the depths of the ocean to the canopies of ancient forests, from the healing properties of medicinal mushrooms to the fungi that feed us and help protect our ecosystems, the many faces of fungi offer a rich and complex world waiting to be explored. Fungi are not merely organisms to be studied. They are a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of life on Earth, ever evolving and adapting to the changing world. The future of healthcare is on the cusp of a revolution, one that promises to fundamentally change how we diagnose, treat, and even prevent diseases. As we stand at the crossroads of biology, technology, and innovation, we find ourselves surrounded by a new generation of healers, not just those in white coats, but technologies, methodologies, and scientific breakthroughs that are reshaping the way we think about medicine. The healers of the future are no longer confined to the realm of pharmaceuticals and surgery. They are embedded in the realms of artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, nanotechnology, and regenerative medicine. These breakthroughs offer the potential to not only extend life, but to enhance the quality of life, cure previously untreatable conditions, and personalize healthcare in ways that were once unimaginable. At the forefront of this transformation is the science of gene editing, particularly CRISPR-Cas9. This revolutionary technology, which allows scientists to edit DNA with unprecedented precision, has opened new doors for treating genetic diseases that were once considered incurable. Imagine a world where inherited conditions like cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, and muscular dystrophy could be eradicated before they even have a chance to take root. CRISPR works by targeting specific genes within an organism's genome and either repairing them, replacing them, or disabling them altogether. This precision allows scientists to correct the mutations that cause genetic diseases, potentially curing individuals at the genetic level. While there are still ethical and safety concerns to address, the possibilities are staggering. For example, in 2019, scientists successfully used CRISPR to treat a patient with sickle cell disease, modifying their stem cells to produce healthy red blood cells. As this technology advances, we could see it applied to a wide range of conditions, not just genetic diseases, but also cancers, heart disease, and even age-related degenerative diseases. Beyond gene editing, stem cell research represents another powerful frontier in healing. Stem cells are undifferentiated cells that have the unique ability to become any cell in the body. This ability makes them invaluable for regenerative medicine, where the goal is to repair or replace damaged tissues and organs. Stem cell therapy holds the promise of reversing damage caused by heart disease, spinal cord injuries, neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's, and even conditions like arthritis. In some clinical trials, stem cells have already been used to regenerate damaged heart tissue after a heart attack, and researchers are actively working to create lab-grown organs from stem cells to address the worldwide shortage of donor organs. As we learn to harness the full potential of stem cells, the hope is that one day, damaged organs may be regrown in the lab or even regenerated within the body itself, offering a new era of healing for those with chronic conditions or traumatic injuries. Alongside these biological advancements, artificial intelligence (AI) is rapidly becoming a central player in healthcare. AI has the potential to revolutionize everything from diagnostics to treatment plans to drug discovery. Machine learning algorithms can analyze vast amounts of medical data, such as imaging scans, genetic data, and patient histories, to identify patterns and make predictions with a level of accuracy and speed that far surpasses human capability. AI-powered diagnostic tools are already being used to detect diseases like cancer, heart disease, and even rare conditions that are often missed by human doctors. In fact, AI is already outperforming radiologists in certain areas, such as analyzing X-rays and MRIs for signs of disease. In addition to diagnostics, AI is helping to personalize medicine. Traditionally, doctors have relied on a one-size-fits-all approach to treatment, with patients receiving the same treatments for the same conditions. However, AI is enabling a shift toward precision medicine, where treatment plans are tailored to the individual based on their genetic makeup, lifestyle, and other factors. By analyzing a person's genetic information and medical history, AI can recommend the most effective treatments with the least amount of side effects, offering a more targeted and efficient approach to healthcare. One of the most exciting applications of AI is in the realm of drug discovery. The traditional drug development process is time-consuming, expensive, and fraught with failure. However, AI has the ability to rapidly screen large libraries of molecules, predict their effects, and identify potential drug candidates. In fact, AI has already been used to discover new drug compounds, including one for treating COVID-19. This capability could accelerate the development of new treatments for diseases that currently have no cure, such as Alzheimer's disease, and provide faster responses to emerging health crises. While AI is transforming the landscape of diagnosis and treatment, nanotechnology is poised to change the way we deliver treatments to the body. Nanotechnology involves the manipulation of matter at the molecular or atomic level, and it has already shown great promise in targeted drug delivery. Traditional drugs often fail to reach their intended target, or they may affect healthy tissues, causing side effects. However, with nanotechnology, drugs can be encapsulated in nanoparticles that are designed to specifically target certain cells or tissues, such as cancer cells. These nanoparticles can be engineered to deliver a concentrated dose of the drug directly to the site of the disease, minimizing side effects and improving treatment efficacy. Nanotechnology is also being explored for other medical applications, such as diagnosing diseases at the molecular level, repairing tissues, and even regenerating damaged nerves. In the near future, we could see tiny nanobots circulating in our bloodstream, monitoring our health in real time and delivering treatments on demand. Along with these biological and technological advancements, the future of healthcare will also rely heavily on the concept of personalized medicine. One-size-fits-all treatments are slowly being replaced by strategies that take into account an individual's genetic makeup, environment, and lifestyle. Advances in genomics have made it possible to map the entire human genome, allowing for the identification of genetic risk factors for diseases. This wealth of genetic information can help doctors predict a person's risk for certain conditions, such as breast cancer or cardiovascular disease, long before they develop symptoms. By knowing a patient's genetic predisposition, healthcare providers can offer personalized recommendations for prevention, early detection, and tailored treatments. Additionally, wearables and health tracking devices are becoming an integral part of personalized healthcare. These devices can monitor vital signs, track physical activity, measure sleep quality, and even detect early signs of disease. By continuously collecting data, these devices allow for real-time monitoring of a person's health, enabling early intervention when necessary. Imagine a future where healthcare is fully integrated with technology, where smart devices provide real-time health updates, and AI-driven systems offer personalized treatment plans on a continuous basis. This data-driven approach to healthcare could lead to a profound shift from reactive medicine to preventative care, where diseases are caught and treated long before they become serious problems. Beyond individual health, another promising area of healing is in the realm of mental health, an often overlooked aspect of overall well-being. Mental health care has long been stigmatized and underfunded, but in recent years, there has been a growing recognition of the need for innovative solutions to address the mental health crisis. Virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, are beginning to play a significant role in treating conditions such as PTSD, anxiety, and depression. VR exposure therapy allows patients to confront their fears in a controlled, virtual environment, helping them to gradually desensitize to traumatic memories. AI and machine learning are also being used to monitor mental health by analyzing speech patterns, facial expressions, and behavior to detect early signs of conditions such as depression or anxiety. Additionally, the rise of telemedicine and mental health apps has made therapy more accessible, allowing individuals to seek help from the comfort of their own homes. Perhaps the most profound aspect of the healers of the future is the potential for a more holistic approach to health, one that not only treats the body, but also addresses the mind, spirit, and environment. In the future, healthcare may be more integrated and personalized, with a focus on prevention, early detection, and sustainability. Advances in biotechnology, AI, and regenerative medicine hold the promise of extending life and improving its quality, but they also offer the opportunity to rethink the very nature of healing itself. We could see a world where aging is no longer synonymous with decline, where diseases that once seemed untreatable are now eradicated, and where individuals have greater control over their own health. The future of medicine may not just be about extending life, but also about enhancing life, making it healthier, longer, and more fulfilling. In this vision of the future, the healers of tomorrow are not just the doctors and scientists we know today. They are also the cutting-edge technologies, personalized treatments, and holistic approaches that will redefine what it means to heal. Mushrooms and the mind have a long and intertwined history, one that spans millennia. Throughout various cultures, psychedelic mushrooms, often referred to as magic mushrooms, have been used for spiritual, religious, and medicinal purposes. These fungi, primarily those containing the active compound psilocybin, have captivated the human imagination, altering perception and providing profound insights into consciousness, mental health, and the nature of reality itself. Yet, it is only in recent years that modern science has begun to fully explore the therapeutic potential of these ancient substances, and the results have been nothing short of revolutionary. The active ingredient in psychedelic mushrooms, psilocybin, is a naturally occurring compound that, when ingested, interacts with the serotonin receptors in the brain. This interaction leads to altered sensory experiences, changes in thought patterns, and enhanced emotional experiences. For centuries, indigenous cultures in places like Mexico and Central America have used psilocybin-containing mushrooms in sacred rituals. They believed that these mushrooms were a gateway to the divine, allowing individuals to communicate with spirits and gain insights into the mysteries of the universe. In modern times, the use of these mushrooms for spiritual exploration has found a place in contemporary therapeutic practices, with a growing body of research suggesting that they may offer profound benefits for mental health, particularly in the treatment of depression, anxiety, and PTSD. One of the most exciting aspects of psychedelic therapy is its potential to address some of the most challenging and stubborn mental health conditions. In recent years, clinical studies have shown that psilocybin, when administered in a controlled setting with trained therapists, can lead to significant and lasting improvements in conditions like depression, anxiety, and addiction. Research conducted by institutions like Johns Hopkins University and Imperial College London has revealed that psilocybin therapy can result in deep, transformative experiences for patients, often leading to lasting emotional healing and psychological breakthroughs. For example, one groundbreaking study at Johns Hopkins involved terminal cancer patients who were experiencing profound anxiety and depression about their diagnosis. After a single dose of psilocybin, combined with psychotherapy, the patients reported dramatic reductions in anxiety and depression, with many stating that their experiences with the mushrooms helped them confront their fear of death and find a sense of peace. This effect, known as ego dissolution, occurs when the boundaries of the self begin to break down, allowing individuals to experience a sense of unity with the universe or a profound connection to something larger than themselves. Many people who have had psilocybin experiences report a sense of clarity, interconnectedness, and a feeling of profound emotional release. This sense of ego dissolution can be therapeutic, especially for those struggling with existential anxiety, grief, or trauma. Psilocybin's effects on the brain are thought to be related to its ability to promote neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections. During a psychedelic experience, the brain enters a state of heightened connectivity, where areas of the brain that are typically separate begin to communicate in novel ways. This increased connectivity has been linked to the feeling of expanded consciousness that many individuals report during their trips. In the context of therapy, this heightened state of neuroplasticity may allow individuals to break free from entrenched patterns of thinking, emotional numbness, or maladaptive behaviors. It's thought that psilocybin may help patients reset their brains, enabling them to process and reframe traumatic experiences or negative thought patterns. Alongside its potential to treat depression, psilocybin has also shown promise in the treatment of anxiety, particularly in individuals who are facing life-threatening illnesses. Studies have demonstrated that psilocybin can significantly reduce symptoms of anxiety and improve the overall quality of life for patients with cancer, providing them with a greater sense of peace, purpose, and acceptance. The ability of psilocybin to help people confront deep existential fears and embrace life's impermanence is one of its most compelling therapeutic properties. But it's not just severe illnesses that stand to benefit from psychedelic therapy. There is growing interest in the use of mushrooms and psilocybin to treat more common conditions like generalized anxiety, social anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. For individuals suffering from PTSD, psychedelics can offer a powerful tool for processing and confronting trauma. In one study, veterans with treatment-resistant PTSD were given psilocybin-assisted therapy, resulting in significant reductions in symptoms. The experience allowed participants to revisit painful memories in a safe and controlled environment, process them in a new way, and integrate these memories into their current lives without the same level of emotional distress. This therapeutic potential is thought to stem from the brain's ability to recontextualize traumatic memories during the psychedelic experience, allowing individuals to confront their trauma with a new perspective and reduced emotional charge. Beyond its role in treating mental health disorders, psilocybin has also sparked interest in the realm of consciousness exploration and self-awareness. Psychedelic experiences are often described as journeys of self-discovery, where individuals report a heightened sense of empathy, a deeper understanding of their own behavior and motivations, and a more expansive perspective on life. For many, these experiences are not only healing but also deeply transformative, leading to lasting changes in how they view themselves and their place in the world. This is why psilocybin has also gained attention in the field of personal development and mindfulness. The ability of mushrooms to alter consciousness and provide access to deeper layers of the psyche has led some to integrate them into mindfulness and spiritual practices. The growing interest in microdosing, taking subperceptual doses of psychedelics for enhanced creativity, focus, and emotional well-being, is a part of this trend. While microdosing is still in the early stages of scientific study, anecdotal evidence suggests that it can improve mood, enhance productivity, and foster emotional resilience. Some people use microdosing as a tool for emotional balance, enhanced creativity, or problem-solving, though the long-term effects and risks are still being studied. One of the key factors in ensuring the therapeutic potential of mushrooms and psilocybin is the environment in which they are used. Set and setting, referring to the mindset of the individual and the physical environment in which the experience takes place, are critical in determining the outcome of a psychedelic experience. In a clinical setting, where the experience is guided by trained professionals, psilocybin has been shown to lead to lasting therapeutic benefits. However, in less controlled environments, the effects of psychedelics can be unpredictable, sometimes leading to anxiety, confusion, or challenging emotional experiences. For this reason, the future of psychedelic therapy hinges on creating safe, supportive spaces where individuals can explore their consciousness in a guided and intentional manner. One of the biggest barriers to the widespread use of psilocybin as a therapeutic tool is the current legal and social framework. While psilocybin is classified as a Schedule I substance in many countries, including the United States, recent shifts in public perception and policy are creating an environment where psychedelic research can flourish. In 2020, Oregon became the first state in the U.S. to legalize psilocybin for therapeutic use, and other regions are beginning to follow suit. As research continues to demonstrate the safety and efficacy of psilocybin in treating mental health conditions, we may see a broader acceptance of psychedelic therapy in the coming years. But the potential of mushrooms and psilocybin is not just limited to their effects on the human mind. Mushrooms have long been known for their ability to break down organic material, and in recent years, research has also explored their environmental benefits. Mycelium, the root-like structure of fungi, has been studied for its potential to address environmental challenges such as pollution, waste management, and even climate change. The future of mushrooms, then, is not just about the mind. They may play a crucial role in healing the planet as well. The use of mushrooms and psilocybin in therapeutic settings represents a fascinating intersection of ancient wisdom and modern science. For millennia, indigenous cultures have understood the healing power of mushrooms, and now, contemporary research is confirming what they have known all along. Psychedelic mushrooms may offer a new frontier in the treatment of mental health, a tool for expanding consciousness, and a key to unlocking the full potential of the human mind. As the stigma around psychedelics continues to fade, and as scientific evidence continues to accumulate, mushrooms and psilocybin may very well become an integral part of the future of mental health care and self-exploration. In every corner of the natural world, there are unsung heroes working behind the scenes, organisms that may not always be in the spotlight, but are absolutely vital to the health and stability of our ecosystems. These are the members of nature's cleanup crew, consisting of decomposers, scavengers, and microorganisms, whose job it is to break down dead organic matter, recycle nutrients, and ensure the flow of life continues in a constant cycle. These organisms, from tiny fungi and bacteria to larger animals like vultures and fungi-feasting beetles, perform the critical task of returning essential elements to the soil, water, and air, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. The importance of nature's cleanup crew cannot be overstated. Without them, ecosystems would become overwhelmed with dead material, leading to the collapse of food chains, nutrient cycles, and biodiversity. The process of decomposition begins when an organism dies. At this point, scavengers, animals that feed on dead or decaying matter, are usually the first to arrive. Vultures, for example, play a critical role in this process. They are nature's flying cleanup specialists, soaring high above the ground to spot carcasses that are often missed by other scavengers. With their powerful beaks and highly acidic stomachs, vultures can consume large amounts of meat and bone without being harmed. Their ability to break down animal carcasses quickly helps to prevent the spread of disease and keeps ecosystems clean. Similarly, scavengers like coyotes, raccoons, and hyenas also feed on carcasses, helping to remove the remains and keep the ecosystem free from potential pathogens. Yet, scavengers alone are not enough to break down everything in the natural world. After the larger, more obvious materials are consumed, the process of decomposition continues at a microscopic level. This is where decomposers, fungi, bacteria, and certain invertebrates step in. These organisms are responsible for breaking down complex organic molecules like proteins, fats, and carbohydrates into simpler compounds, such as carbon dioxide, water, and nitrogen, which can then be used by plants and other organisms. Decomposers are essential for nutrient cycling, ensuring that the building blocks of life are made available to other organisms in the food chain. One of the most visible and important decomposers in the natural world is fungi. These organisms play a central role in breaking down dead organic matter, particularly plant material. Fungi release enzymes that break down cellulose and lignin, components of plant cell walls, allowing the nutrients within the plants to be returned to the soil. Without fungi, forest ecosystems in particular would become overwhelmed with dead wood and leaves. In fact, fungi are some of the most efficient decomposers on Earth, with certain species breaking down plant material so quickly that they help to maintain the integrity of the entire ecosystem. Some fungi also have symbiotic relationships with plants, helping them to absorb nutrients more effectively. For instance, mycorrhizal fungi form a partnership with plant roots, trading nutrients like phosphorus for sugars produced by photosynthesis. This relationship benefits both parties and ensures the long-term health of the plant community. Bacteria are another critical part of the cleanup crew. These microscopic organisms are often the first to begin the process of decomposition, breaking down dead material into simpler compounds, such as sugars and fatty acids, which can be further processed by other organisms. Bacteria play an especially important role in the decomposition of animal tissues, breaking down proteins and fats into amino acids and fatty acids. Some bacteria are involved in the nitrogen cycle, converting organic nitrogen in dead plants and animals into forms that can be absorbed by plants, ensuring that the soil remains rich in nutrients. The role of bacteria in decomposition extends to the breakdown of pollutants as well. Certain strains of bacteria are able to metabolize hazardous substances like oil, heavy metals, and pesticides, transforming them into less toxic forms and preventing them from accumulating in the environment. These bioremediators are used in environmental cleanup efforts, demonstrating the powerful potential of nature's own cleanup crew to restore damaged ecosystems. Worms, beetles, and other invertebrates also contribute to decomposition. Earthworms, for example, break down decaying plant matter as they burrow through the soil, mixing organic material with minerals and air, which in turn improves soil structure and fertility. In forests, beetles and other insects play an important role in breaking down dead wood. They feed on rotting wood, releasing nutrients back into the soil. In this way, even the smallest organisms are contributing to the cleanup process, helping to recycle nutrients and maintain healthy ecosystems. Together, these decomposers work in a complex and interconnected way, breaking down the remains of dead plants and animals into simpler compounds that can be reused by other organisms. Without decomposers, the flow of energy and nutrients in ecosystems would grind to a halt, and the world would quickly become overwhelmed by waste. The beauty of nature's cleanup crew lies in its efficiency and balance. In a forest, for example, decomposers work in tandem with plants, animals, and fungi to recycle nutrients, ensuring that the soil remains fertile and the ecosystem remains in equilibrium. The death of one organism feeds the life of many others, creating a continuous cycle of life, death, and rebirth. But the importance of nature's cleanup crew extends beyond the recycling of nutrients in natural ecosystems. The work of decomposers is also critical to maintaining the balance of the global carbon cycle. When plants and animals die, their bodies release carbon into the atmosphere, primarily in the form of carbon dioxide. Decomposers break down the carbon in organic material, releasing it back into the atmosphere and the soil, where it can be taken up by plants again, completing the cycle. This process is crucial in maintaining atmospheric carbon levels and regulating the Earth's climate. For this reason, the preservation of healthy ecosystems, forests, wetlands, grasslands, and oceans is essential in the fight against climate change. If we were to lose the natural systems that support decomposers, it could disrupt the delicate balance of carbon cycling and contribute to the acceleration of global warming. Nature's cleanup crew also plays a critical role in ecosystem health by breaking down dead material that could otherwise contribute to disease outbreaks. Decaying organic matter, if left unchecked, can become a breeding ground for pathogens, bacteria, and parasites. Decomposers help to break down this material before it has a chance to spread harmful microorganisms. This process keeps ecosystems healthy by preventing the buildup of pathogens and reducing the risk of disease transmission among plants and animals. Decomposers also help to reduce the spread of invasive species. Many invasive plants, for example, have a hard time breaking down in the soil because their root systems release chemicals that inhibit decomposition. By acting as nature's recyclers, decomposers can help break down these invasive species more quickly, reducing their spread and helping to restore balance to native ecosystems. In a world increasingly affected by human activities, deforestation, pollution, climate change, and overuse of resources, the work of nature's cleanup crew is more important than ever. Unfortunately, human activities often disrupt the delicate balance of decomposition and nutrient cycling. For example, the excessive use of chemical fertilizers can alter the composition of soil microorganisms, reducing the effectiveness of natural decomposition processes. Deforestation can remove vital decomposers, such as fungi and insects, from an ecosystem, leading to an imbalance in nutrient cycling. Pollution, especially in aquatic environments, can also harm decomposers, as chemicals like oil or heavy metals can be toxic to microorganisms. To protect the integrity of the ecosystems that rely on these cleanup crews, it is crucial to adopt sustainable practices that support biodiversity, conserve habitats, and reduce pollution. The future of our planet may depend on our ability to understand and protect the complex web of life that includes nature's cleanup crew. In many ways, these organisms are the foundation upon which the health of our ecosystems depends. They are the unseen workers, quietly and efficiently breaking down dead matter, recycling nutrients, and ensuring the flow of energy through the food web. They remind us that life is a cycle, one of birth, death, and renewal, and that even in death there is life, continuing the ever-turning wheel of nature. From the decomposition of fallen leaves in a forest to the recycling of carbon in the atmosphere, the role of decomposers and scavengers in the natural world is absolutely essential. As we look to the future, it is vital that we recognize the importance of these hidden workers and work to protect the ecosystems that support them. Nature's cleanup crew may not be glamorous, but without them, life as we know it would cease to exist. Breathing with the earth is a story of profound interconnectedness, a relationship between the rhythms of human life and the pulse of the planet itself. As humans breathe in the oxygen that plants produce, and as we exhale carbon dioxide, we participate in a delicate and ongoing exchange that has been occurring for millions of years. But this relationship is far deeper than just a simple biological exchange. The act of breathing is an intimate connection to the earth, a connection that sustains us as individuals and as a species. The earth's air, the very air that fills our lungs, carries the essence of life itself. Our breath is not only a physical process, but also a reflection of how intertwined our existence is with the environment that sustains us. This exchange, known as the oxygen-carbon dioxide cycle, begins with plants and trees. Through the process of photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and, using sunlight, convert it into oxygen, releasing this vital gas back into the air. This oxygen is what we breathe in, and in turn, we exhale carbon dioxide, which is taken up again by plants. This cycle of breath between humans and plants is essential for life on Earth, but this process extends far beyond our lungs. The air itself is a living, breathing entity, constantly circulating through the atmosphere. Winds carry moisture across continents, distributing nutrients and energy, while ocean currents regulate the Earth's temperature. The planet breathes through systems like these, regulating climate, supporting ecosystems, and ensuring that life can flourish. The rhythm of Earth's breath, as it moves through time and space, sustains not only humans and plants but all creatures that share the planet. Every time we take a breath, we draw in the life-giving air that has been circulating through the atmosphere for millennia. Much of it thanks to the trees and plants that cover the Earth. These trees, often referred to as the lungs of the Earth, are perhaps the most direct manifestation of the planet's respiratory process. Rainforests, for example, are some of the most important lungs on the planet, absorbing massive amounts of carbon dioxide and producing oxygen that sustains both human and animal life. Trees and plants do more than just help us breathe. They are crucial players in regulating the Earth's climate. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon from the atmosphere and helping to mitigate the effects of climate change. But this balance is fragile. Deforestation, caused by logging, agriculture, and urban development, reduces the number of trees and plants available to produce oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide, disrupting this delicate cycle. We can see the impact of this disruption in the increasing levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, leading to rising global temperatures and changing weather patterns. But the Earth's breath is not just limited to the air we breathe. The planet also breathes through the water and the land. The ocean, which covers over 70% of the Earth's surface, is often referred to as the lungs of the planet because of its role in producing oxygen and absorbing carbon dioxide. Phytoplankton, the microscopic plants in the ocean, contribute to the oxygen we breathe by conducting photosynthesis. In fact, it's estimated that phytoplankton produce about 50% of the oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere, a vital contribution to life on Earth that often goes unnoticed. Similarly, the land itself is part of the Earth's breathing process. The soil, rich in microorganisms, acts as a filter, absorbing carbon and helping to regulate the flow of nutrients that plants need to grow. Healthy soils, teeming with life, allow plants to thrive and continue their vital role in the carbon cycle. In this way, every part of the Earth participates in the breathing process: air, land, water, and life. When the Earth breathes, it is in a constant state of flux, just as we are. Yet, the health of the planet's breath is increasingly threatened by human activities. As we continue to burn fossil fuels and increase industrial activity, we are pumping more and more carbon into the atmosphere, disrupting the balance of this natural respiratory system. The effects are evident in the rising levels of carbon dioxide, the warming of the planet, and the melting of polar ice caps. Just as a person who is deprived of clean air will struggle to breathe, so too will the Earth's ecosystems begin to fail if this balance is disrupted. The good news, however, is that the planet's breath is resilient. Just as humans can change the way we live to improve our own health, we can also work to heal the Earth. One of the most effective ways to do this is through the restoration of forests and the planting of trees. Reforestation and afforestation efforts can help restore balance to the carbon cycle, absorb carbon from the atmosphere, and improve air quality. In addition, sustainable land management practices, such as regenerative agriculture and permaculture, can restore the health of the soil, increase biodiversity, and ensure that plants can continue to play their vital role in Earth's breathing process. Our relationship with the Earth's breath is not just about what we take from the environment. It is also about what we give back. The simple act of breathing can be a reminder of this profound interconnectedness. Every breath we take is an opportunity to recognize our reliance on the planet and its ecosystems. It is a reminder that our health and well-being are deeply intertwined with the health of the Earth itself. In fact, we are not separate from the Earth. We are part of its living, breathing body. Just as our breath is sustained by the oxygen produced by plants, so too are we sustained by the ecosystems that provide the air, water, food, and shelter we need to survive. The Earth breathes through its systems, the atmosphere, the oceans, the forests, and the soils, and we too breathe as part of this ongoing cycle. This interdependence is something that many indigenous cultures have understood for centuries. For them, the land, the plants, and the animals are not just resources to be used, but are integral parts of a living, breathing whole. By understanding this relationship, they have lived sustainably with the Earth for millennia. The modern world, however, has largely lost this sense of interconnectedness. Many people see themselves as separate from nature, leading to exploitation and degradation of the environment. But in order to heal the Earth and restore balance, we must reconnect with the rhythms of the natural world. Breathing with the Earth means living in harmony with the planet, recognizing that our actions have far-reaching effects on the ecosystems that sustain us. It means embracing sustainability and taking responsibility for the impact we have on the Earth's health. Our breath is not only a physical act, it is also a symbol of the bond we share with the planet. Just as we rely on trees, plants, and microorganisms to help us breathe, they too rely on us. By taking care of the Earth, we ensure that the cycle of life continues, allowing future generations to share in the breath of life that sustains us all. In the end, the Earth's breath is a shared breath, a rhythm that binds all living beings together in a cycle of life, death, and renewal. Every time we breathe in, we are connected to the planet's living systems, to the trees and plants that produce oxygen, and to the waters and soils that support life. Breathing with the Earth is a reminder that we are not isolated from nature, but are part of the greater whole, a living, breathing planet that sustains us, just as we sustain it. Through mutual care and respect, we can heal the Earth's breath and ensure that this vital cycle continues for generations to come. The patience of spores is a story of resilience, endurance, and waiting for the right moment to bloom. In the intricate world of fungi, the spore is a marvel of survival, a tiny, nearly indestructible life form that has been around for billions of years. These microscopic reproductive units are nature's most patient travelers, capable of withstanding extreme environments, surviving droughts, freezing temperatures, and even exposure to radiation. Spores embody a kind of silent perseverance, a waiting game in which time is both their ally and their test. The spore's journey begins with a simple yet extraordinary task: reproduction. Fungi, unlike plants, don't rely on seeds to spread their genes. Instead, they use spores, which can be thought of as nature's smallest, most durable seeds. Spores are produced in vast quantities by fungi in their mature fruiting bodies, such as mushrooms. When released into the air, they float like dust particles, carried by the wind, water, or animals to distant locations. What makes spores truly remarkable is their ability to survive in a dormant state for long periods of time. This waiting game, sometimes lasting years or even centuries, speaks to the patience of spores. During this period, they remain in a sort of suspended animation, an incredibly resilient form of dormancy. While in this state, spores are highly resistant to environmental stressors like heat, drought, radiation, and lack of food. This unique ability to endure harsh conditions is a key part of their survival strategy. Spores are some of the most durable life forms on Earth. They can withstand extreme temperatures, both hot and cold. In fact, certain species of spores have been found to survive in conditions that would be lethal to most other life forms. For instance, spores of the Bacillus species, a type of bacteria, have been known to survive in outer space, enduring the vacuum, radiation, and extreme temperatures of space for extended periods. Similarly, fungal spores can survive freezing temperatures for months or even years, only to germinate and grow when the conditions become more favorable. This resilience makes spores a key player in the survival of fungi in some of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. But the patience of spores goes beyond just physical resilience. Spores also have the ability to wait for the perfect conditions to begin their growth cycle. Once they are released into the environment, they may lie dormant for months or years, waiting for the right combination of moisture, temperature, and nutrients to trigger their germination. This waiting period is a key survival strategy. If the conditions aren't right, the spore simply waits. When conditions do finally align, the spore begins to grow. It absorbs moisture, begins to break down its stored nutrients, and starts to germinate. What's fascinating about this process is that the spore is in no rush. The longer it waits, the more likely it is to thrive. Spores that germinate too early in unfavorable conditions risk dying off. Patience is the ultimate survival tool for spores. The patience of spores is also reflected in their long-term evolutionary success. Fungi, which have been around for more than 500 million years, have mastered the art of survival through spores. While many other species evolved to adapt to specific environments, fungi have adopted a strategy of flexibility. The spore's ability to endure and survive in diverse environments means that fungi can thrive in a wide range of ecosystems, from the forest floor to decaying logs to the deepest caves. Their adaptability is one of the reasons why fungi are among the most diverse organisms on the planet. Spores also have a fascinating ecological role. Beyond reproduction, they are the key to the cycling of nutrients in ecosystems. Fungi, particularly decomposer fungi, break down organic matter like dead plants, trees, and animals, transforming them into nutrients that other organisms can use. By releasing spores into the environment, fungi ensure that they can spread and access new organic material to decompose. These spores, when they land in the right place, are the first step in a nutrient recycling process that ensures the vitality of the soil and the health of ecosystems. This role as decomposers is critical for sustaining life. Spores also help fungi establish symbiotic relationships with plants. Mycorrhizal fungi, which form partnerships with plant roots, rely on spores to reproduce and spread. In these relationships, the fungi provide the plants with essential nutrients, like phosphorus, while the plants supply the fungi with sugars produced through photosynthesis. This mutual exchange is vital for the growth of many plant species and helps maintain soil health. Without spores, these symbiotic relationships would not exist, and many ecosystems would collapse. The role of spores goes beyond just fungi and plants. They are also critical in the wider food web. As fungi decompose organic matter, they release nutrients like nitrogen and carbon into the soil, which plants use for growth. Herbivores then feed on the plants, passing these nutrients further up the food chain. Spores, through their role in decomposition, thus indirectly nourish the entire ecosystem, from the smallest insect to the largest predator. Interestingly, the patience of spores isn't just about surviving. It's also about thriving once they've found a suitable environment. When a spore lands in the right conditions, it will quickly begin to grow into mycelium, a network of thread-like structures that spreads out beneath the surface of the soil or decaying material. Mycelium is the heart of the fungal organism, and from this network, new fruiting bodies such as mushrooms will eventually emerge. The growth of mycelium is an invisible process, often happening underground, out of sight. But over time, this web of life can spread across vast distances, forming an interconnected network of fungi that supports the ecosystem and can even communicate with other organisms. The mycelium network has been compared to a brain, as it can transmit information between different parts of the environment, including plants and other organisms. This vast underground network is another testament to the power of patience. While the growth of mycelium may take years, once established, it becomes a critical part of the ecosystem, helping plants access water and nutrients, facilitating communication between species, and contributing to the health of the soil. The patience of spores also offers us a lesson. In a world that often values speed and instant results, the quiet persistence of spores reminds us that some things are worth waiting for. Just as spores wait for the right conditions to grow, we too can learn to cultivate patience in our own lives. Whether it's waiting for the right opportunity to arise or allowing time for things to evolve at their own pace. The story of spores teaches us that sometimes growth happens in its own time. This idea of patience is not only an ecological lesson but also a philosophical one. In nature, there is no rush. The earth operates on its own rhythms and everything in its own time. Spores, in their tiny, almost invisible state, embody this deep patience. They wait for the right moment to begin their journey, and when that moment comes, they are ready to thrive. The patience of spores also has practical applications in modern science and technology. Researchers have been studying the ways in which fungal spores and mycelium can be used to address challenges in areas such as medicine, agriculture, and even environmental cleanup. For example, the antifungal properties of certain fungal species are being explored as potential treatments for infections, while mycelium is being used to create sustainable building materials. Fungi's natural ability to break down pollutants is being harnessed in bioremediation, where fungi help clean up toxic waste in polluted environments. The story of spores is not just a tale of survival, but one of innovation and adaptation. Spores represent the possibility of new beginnings. Despite their small size, their impact on the world is immeasurable. They serve as a reminder that even the smallest and most patient forms of life have a significant role to play in the greater web of life. The patience of spores teaches us that life does not always happen quickly, but it is always worth the wait. They remind us that growth, healing, and transformation often require time. Just as spores wait for the right conditions to sprout, so too can we learn to trust the natural pace of life, knowing that in the end, when the moment is right, we too will thrive. The lesson of the forest is one of profound wisdom and interconnectedness, offering us insights that have been shaped over millions of years. The forest, often described as the lungs of the earth, is a living, breathing ecosystem that teaches us essential lessons about resilience, patience, cooperation, and the balance of life. Every tree, every plant, and every animal within the forest plays a role in maintaining its complex, thriving network. The forest, in its deepest essence, is a classroom, offering lessons that we, as humans, can learn from and apply to our own lives. To begin understanding the lesson of the forest, we must first recognize that the forest is not just a collection of trees. It is a community, an intricate web of life, where every organism is interdependent. Trees, plants, fungi, bacteria, insects, and animals all rely on one another, forming a balanced system where resources like water, sunlight, and nutrients are shared and recycled. Each member of the forest plays its part in sustaining the health of the whole. In this way, the forest teaches us the value of community and cooperation. While the towering trees stand proudly, reaching for the sky, they do so in concert with the plants below, the fungi beneath, and the animals who share their space. A forest is an ecosystem in which each individual's success is tied to the collective well-being of the whole. This interconnectedness teaches us that in life, no one truly thrives in isolation. Like the forest, we too depend on others for support, growth, and survival. Another lesson the forest imparts is the importance of patience. Life in the forest unfolds over time, and many of its processes occur slowly, often invisible to the naked eye. A tree may take years to grow from a seed into a towering giant, and many plants and fungi live in a state of dormancy until the conditions are right for them to sprout and flourish. This slow, steady pace of growth teaches us to embrace patience and trust the natural rhythms of life. In our fast-paced world, where instant gratification is often prioritized, the forest reminds us that true growth and transformation often take time. The life cycle of a forest is a continual ebb and flow of life and death. Trees grow, mature, and eventually fall, returning their nutrients to the soil and enriching the earth for future generations of plants and trees. This cycle is not only about the growth of individual organisms, but the renewal of the whole system. The forest teaches us that nothing in life is permanent, change is inevitable, and death is an essential part of life's cycle. When a tree falls, it provides nourishment for fungi, insects, and microorganisms, and its decomposing body replenishes the soil. Similarly, the decay of old leaves, branches, and other organic matter becomes a vital resource for new life. In this way, death becomes a pathway to rebirth, a reminder that every ending holds the seed of a new beginning. The forest also reveals to us the power of resilience. Despite harsh conditions, drought, storms, disease, and even fire, forests have the remarkable ability to regenerate and recover. Many trees are adapted to survive wildfires, with thick bark that shields them from the flames or seeds that only germinate after exposure to fire. Similarly, other species of plants, fungi, and animals have evolved to thrive in the wake of destruction, quickly rebuilding what was lost. The forest's ability to heal itself, to endure and persist even in the face of adversity, serves as a lesson in inner strength. No matter how difficult the challenges we face, the forest teaches us that resilience is possible, and through perseverance, we can regenerate and renew ourselves. One of the most striking aspects of the forest is its biodiversity, the incredible variety of life that exists within it. Forests are home to millions of species, many of which are still undiscovered. This biodiversity is critical to the stability of the ecosystem, as it ensures that resources are distributed efficiently and that there are many different strategies for survival. Some species may specialize in pollinating particular flowers, while others play a role in decomposing dead material or controlling populations of herbivores. By maintaining this rich diversity, forests ensure that no single species can dominate or deplete the resources of the ecosystem. Biodiversity fosters balance, and the forest teaches us the importance of diversity in life, whether it be diversity of thought, culture, or experience. Just as ecosystems thrive when there is a variety of organisms playing different roles, societies thrive when there is diversity of perspective and talent. The forest also teaches us about the power of quiet growth. While we often admire the grandeur of the tallest trees, much of the life in the forest goes unnoticed. Beneath the surface, the roots of trees form vast networks, interconnecting with one another and sharing resources through an underground fungal web known as mycorrhizal networks. These fungal threads, often referred to as the wood wide web, allow trees and plants to exchange nutrients, water, and even chemical signals. This hidden underground life supports the forest, fostering cooperation and mutual benefit between species. Just as the roots of trees support one another in the depths of the soil, humans too can learn that real strength often comes from invisible, quiet acts of cooperation and kindness. In life, it is not always the most visible or loudest voices that make the biggest impact. Sometimes, The most enduring change comes from the subtle and patient efforts of many working together. A crucial lesson the forest imparts is the importance of adaptation. Forests are dynamic environments where species are constantly evolving to meet changing conditions. As climate patterns shift, species may migrate, adapt, or change their behavior to survive. The forest teaches us that to thrive in a constantly changing world, we too must be adaptable. Adaptability is a sign of strength, not weakness, and it is through flexibility and willingness to change that we are able to grow and move forward. In the forest, even the harshest conditions, such as extreme weather, forest fires, or periods of drought, bring about new opportunities for life to emerge. This constant ability to shift and adjust is the mark of an ecosystem that remains vital, and it is a lesson we can apply to our own lives as we navigate challenges and change. The forest also offers us a lesson in mutual benefit. One of the most powerful examples of this is the symbiotic relationships between trees and fungi. Mycorrhizal fungi form a partnership with the roots of trees, in which the fungi provide trees with nutrients like phosphorus in exchange for sugars produced by the trees through photosynthesis. This mutualistic relationship allows both organisms to thrive and grow. Similarly, forests thrive when all the organisms within them are cooperating, not competing. In this sense, the forest offers a blueprint for how cooperation, rather than competition, can lead to greater success. Rather than viewing the world in terms of winners and losers, the forest teaches us that we all rise together when we support one another. Finally, one of the most profound lessons of the forest is the value of stewardship. Humans have an important role to play in the preservation and protection of forests. Unfortunately, many forests around the world are threatened by deforestation, logging, and climate change. In some places, the loss of forests has led to devastating consequences, from soil erosion and loss of biodiversity to changes in climate and rainfall patterns. But the forest also shows us that restoration is possible. Conservation efforts, whether through replanting trees, creating protected areas, or supporting sustainable land management practices, can help heal the damage we've done and bring the forest back to life. The lesson of the forest is that we must be responsible stewards of the land, protecting its health for future generations. The forest is not just an ecosystem we take from. It is an ecosystem we must care for and nurture. The forest teaches us that we are part of something larger, an intricate web of life that transcends individual desires or goals. The lessons of the forest, cooperation, patience, resilience, adaptability, and stewardship, are essential to our survival and well-being. As we face the challenges of the modern world, we can look to the forest for guidance. Just as the forest endures and thrives, so too can we learn to live in harmony with the world around us, understanding that we are all interconnected and that our actions have a ripple effect on the world at large. The lesson of the forest is timeless, a reminder of the wisdom found in nature, and a call to live with greater respect for the earth and each other. As the sun sets and the world around you grows quiet, there's a realm beneath your feet that never sleeps. It's a hidden world alive with constant motion, full of life, death, and transformation. While we rest unaware, the forest floor is bustling with energy, a complex web of connections, exchanges, and growth. This is the dream beneath the trees. The forest may appear to be peaceful and still, but it's a landscape of endless activity, especially beneath the ground. Roots stretch deep, intertwining with the earth, while tiny, invisible networks of fungi spread like veins through the soil. The forest is not just what you see, it's what you can't see, working tirelessly to support and sustain life. And at the heart of it all is mycelium. Mycelium, the underground root-like structure of fungi, forms an intricate web that connects plants, trees, and other organisms. It's often called the wood wide web, a term that captures its ability to facilitate communication and nutrient exchange across vast distances. Through this underground network, trees share resources, warn each other of danger, and support one another in times of need. Mycelium is not just a passive organism, it is an active participant in the life of the forest, enabling cooperation and creating a thriving ecosystem beneath the surface. Beneath the trees, there is a rhythm, a slow, steady pulse of life that continues through the day and night. As you drift off to sleep tonight, think of the roots reaching deeper, the mycelium spreading further, and the silent symphony of growth that happens in the darkness of the soil. The forest never truly sleeps. Even in the quietest hours, there is movement. Fungi are working, decomposing dead leaves and fallen trees, returning their nutrients to the earth. This cycle of decay and renewal is essential for life itself, creating fertile soil that nourishes new growth. Every piece of the forest floor, every bit of decaying wood, and every fallen leaf contributes to a larger, beautiful process. Underneath the moss and the ferns, tiny creatures, like insects and worms, work tirelessly to break down organic matter, transforming it into the rich soil that supports life above. But it's the mycelium that truly holds the forest together, creating a structure that links it all. Fungi are nature's recyclers, breaking down organic material and returning essential nutrients to the ecosystem. They are the quiet healers, the unsung heroes that allow the forest to continue thriving. In a way, this underground world is a reflection of the human experience. Just as trees depend on the network of mycelium to communicate, share nutrients, and support each other, we too rely on connections to others. Whether through friendship, family, or community, we are all part of an intricate web of life, each contributing to the whole. And like the forest, we too have our own hidden strength, the quiet, steadfast energy that keeps us going when the world feels still. But there's more to this underground world. The fungal networks also allow for an exchange of wisdom. When one tree or plant is attacked by pests, mycelium sends out signals to warn others, helping them prepare for the impending danger. It's a silent form of communication, one that doesn't involve words but deep understanding, a language of survival. Just like the forest, we can learn the power of shared knowledge, of supporting those around us, of protecting our collective well-being. As you sleep, think of the mycelium continuing its quiet work beneath the trees, growing, connecting, and fostering new life. Think of the roots beneath your feet, grounded and strong, keeping the trees steady through the storms. And imagine how, with each passing day, the forest grows more resilient, more interconnected, more alive. The dream beneath the trees is an ancient one that teaches us about growth, connection, and patience. It's a reminder that even in the darkest places, life is constantly working, constantly evolving, and always growing. So, as you drift into sleep, remember the quiet kingdom beneath you, always alive, always working, always growing. The dream of the forest is a reminder that growth isn't always visible. Sometimes it takes place in the unseen moments, in the quiet spaces where life continues to unfold. The forest, in its hidden depths, teaches us that growth requires patience, that cooperation is essential, and that everything is connected. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Crescent Mushroom.